Hey, East Texas. This is a podcast where we discuss local, helpful information with the people and the stories behind it. In partnership with Moberly Baptist Church. I'm your host, Brandon Watson.
We want to welcome everyone to another episode of Hey East Texas, where we shine the spotlight on incredible people, stories, and businesses that make East Texas such a great place to live. Well, before we introduce today's special guest, let's thank this episode's sponsors. Our first sponsor is Plano Marine of East Texas. They are the East Texas leader in boat sales, service, and parts. They sell fun. Let them help you get out and enjoy our beautiful East Texas lakes. Whether you fish, ski, tube, or cruise, go by and see our friends at Plano Marine of East Texas. Our other sponsor is Precision Pools, the best in East Texas in pool design, sales, service, and maintenance. They also build incredible outdoor living spaces. If you want to change your backyard into something you've always dreamed of, give Precision Pools a call today. Well, today we're talking East Texas small business. We are glad to welcome our guest, Macy Bannert. She's the visionary owner of Wild Honey Creamery. Based in Longview, Wild Honey Creamery produces award-winning small batch ice cream that's locally sourced and handcrafted with love. Whether you've tried one of their seasonal flavors or even booked them for events and catering, Macy's passion for community, quality ingredients, and creative flavor development has made them a standout in the East Texas food scene. Join us as we get the scoop into her journey, the challenges and joys of growing a specialty ice cream business, and what's next on the horizon for Wild Honey Creamery. Well, Macy, we want to welcome you to Hey East Texas. I'm so glad you're here today.
Yes, I am honored. I was so thankful to get the invitation to come be on this podcast.
Well, you are a big part of East Texas, especially downtown Longview. So many people think about ice cream. They think about Wild Honey Creamery. And so tell us a little bit about yourself, how you wound up in East Texas, and maybe just a little bit about your past.
Of course. So I did not wind up here. I was blessed by the grace of God to be born and raised in Hallsville. And my family has deep, deep roots in Hallsville. So for generations, my maiden name is Buchanan, and the Buchanans have been in Hallsville for a real long time.
Yeah. So East Texas through and through.
Oh, my home.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, tell us the origin story about Wild Honey Creamery. How did it all start?
Yeah. So if you would have asked me at any point in my life, what are you going to be? Ice cream maker would not have been on the list. Now, I was one of those kids that wanted to be 30 or 40 different things, depending on the day. I wanted to be a ballerina and a rockette. I'm not tall enough, but I wanted to be all kinds of scientist and a marine biologist and everything that there is to be. But I found my way to ice cream, and I'm so thankful for it. So for me, most of my life, food has been a huge part of who I am, what I do. My family, we love food, we love to cook, and that's a big deal for us. So I graduated college and did about a couple years in the nonprofit sphere and corporate arenas. Quickly realized that I hated it. It was not for me. It
Not
was
your cup of tea.
Sitting in an office, staring at a computer, answering emails, and just it was all of that sitting still type work in an office is just not it. I was losing my mind, pulling my hair out.
Not who you are?
It is not. And so I thought, okay, well then after that, my husband and I found out we were expecting our first child, and I was so blessed to be able to stay home with my kids for about 5 years. I loved it. That time was really, really nice for me. But I was getting a little bored with a toddler and an infant at home, not enough for me, not enough excitement. And I needed to go get out and do something around that same time. I was like, I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want it to be something that is creative and that I'm passionate about. I want to work in the kitchen. I want to be in the kitchen. So I did sell pastries and pies and cookies and oatmeal cream pies. out of my kitchen, non-inspected.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. But I did. I sold them in Hallsville, not Longview. Don't worry about it. And
Friends and family that love the good stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
donation-based,
Yes.
obviously. But I did that. And then around the same time, one of my good friends from church, Sarah Ward, she put on her Facebook, I wish Longview could have an ice cream shop, maybe one day. And so I messaged her on Facebook and I said, hey, if you're doing this, I want in. And she said, do not joke about this. And I said, where do I send my resume? And she was like, okay, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. That had been a dream of theirs for a long time, hers and her husband, Justin Ward. And so they set up a meeting that I thought was just going to be like a nice little chat at Silver Grizzly. That was a job interview with,
Wow.
with both of them. They were very intense about it. And I was like, okay, I can match that energy. And so they said, okay, well, we want to have dinner. Bring your 3 best ice creams. And I was like, oh, okay. So I pulled out my little KitchenAid ice cream maker. I had one ice cream recipe that I had developed at that point for my mom's birthday, just separate from this. It was butter pecan caramel crunch. It's still in the shop. It's been on the menu since we started.
That's almost, you're speaking a love language
Yes,
there.
I love it. And then I made a couple more, brought them to their house for dinner, and they're like, okay, well, let's do it. And so from that point on, we got to work starting Wild Honey. And that was in 2019. And it was always meant to be just an ice cream cart.
Yeah. And that's how it started.
Yes, sir. So we started with an ice cream cart. We made our ice cream at Case Kitchen whenever they were over on High Street. And the Cases are wonderful people. Miss Kathy and Chelsea, they helped me so much to get to learn the restaurant industry. And so without their advice, I don't know where we'd be at this point, because they are so encouraging and so helpful, and there's no spirit of competition in them. They want everyone to succeed. So they're great. So we started with them, sold ice cream out of our cart on the weekends, and we did way better than we thought that we were going to do. Oh, people like this. Like, people want it. They want to spend money on it. And
Yeah.
that's cool. But then, of course, at that point, we were all set up for the summer of 2020. And we were event-based.
And we all know about 2020,
So
the year of COVID.
there was a second there that I didn't know what we were going to do. I
Yeah.
mean, every event, I kept that calendar, that book of mine, because I took this thick black Sharpie and we had all of our events planned and scheduled, like 4 or 5 a week. We were going to double what we had done the summer before. And one at a time, I just marked them out as they got canceled. And I thought, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
So what we ended up, we had an emergency meeting, and I was ready to I was like, I just don't know what we're going to do. But that's where the Wards shine, is like, no, we're going to pivot. We're going to figure it out. Like, that's what they are so good at and so skilled at. So they said, it'll be fine. We'll get this figured out. We overnighted some half-gallon containers because we only sold by the scoop at that point. And they got to work setting our website up to handle online orders.
Yeah.
And I called my brother, and
People were getting cabin fever,
Yes.
and they were like, so this was a great idea.
I called my brother. I said, do you have a friend? I need delivery drivers. And he's like, okay. And so the process of getting Wild Honey ice cream took 3 days. You had to order online. I got the orders. I made them the next day, froze them, and they were delivered the day after that.
Wow.
But
that's fresh.
Our community totally supported us through that. And we ended up doing better delivering ice cream because everyone was stress eating. And there were a few people I was genuinely worried about. I'm like, y'all are eating a lot of ice cream.
Let me tell you, when you are stuck in 2020 and COVID, and it's like you're getting cabin fever, you're probably anxious. You're like, I need to get out. You probably sit in and stress eat, like you say, or comfort eat.
Yes.
And hey, what's better than ice cream?
Some fresh ice cream.
Yeah.
So we did. And then at that point, the current shop that we have downtown, the restaurant that was there, they closed down. The proprietor of that restaurant, she ended up getting a job as a culinary teacher that was way better for her schedule. So that was Hick and Frog. It was a French restaurant. They were delicious. I loved Hick and Frog. But their place opened up. We jumped in there and started doing construction to set up the shop as we wanted it to be, and then did curbside And then very, very quietly in the summer of 2020, we were able to open our doors at 25% capacity. And we didn't get to have a grand opening. We just really quietly said, y'all can come in now.
Well, I just remember back in that time, just the buzz of there is an ice cream place that is now here. And I heard people talking about it. I had a friend that I've known for a long time. And he's like, hey, I heard this couple from Ouachita has started this ice cream place. My daughter went to Ouachita. And so I was like, oh, wow, I need to meet these people. And so I just remember that buzz that was happening at that time. It was really neat.
We love Ouachita. Go Tigers.
Well, Wild Honey really emphasizes, locally sourced and small batch. So how does that happen? Walk me through what that means, what all goes into that, and how you keep the quality strong.
Yeah, it's just logical to me. The best products come from the best ingredients. We can all agree on that, right? Like if you have crappy ingredients, you have a crappy product. That's just how it is. So a really good example of that is not of that, but of our process with hyper-localized ice cream is our Silver Grizzly Iced Latte ice cream. So coffee ice cream's good, right? Everybody likes coffee ice cream. It's good. But what makes a great coffee ice cream? Great coffee. So there are a dozen ways to make coffee ice cream. I can use a coffee-flavored extract. I can use instant coffee granules. I can use coffee flavoring. I can use all kinds of stuff. But logically, to make coffee ice cream, you should only need coffee and ice cream. So who makes the best coffee in downtown Longview? Silver Grizzly. They roast their own beans. They take great pride in their work. There's great makers there. Could I try to find my own good coffee? Yeah, I could. But why not reach out to who's already doing something great?
See, but that's East Texas.
Yeah.
You support your neighbor. I mean,
absolutely.
Just like what you were talking about, Chelsea and those guys helping you learn the restaurant business. We help each other out.
Yes.
And it's important. Yeah.
Absolutely. So then to make that ice cream in particular, I go and I get their coffee beans. I have them grind it because that's a step that I don't have to do. So their baristas help me out. They grind the coffee for me. I bring it straight back to my shop and I put their coffee beans into my ice cream base and I steep it just like you would a cold brew for 24 hours. And then I strain it out and then I churn that ice cream. And
24 hours.
24 in the fridge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But 24 hours is a good amount of time for that one. We do a lot of research and development for different flavors. But for that one, it's down pat. And that is there. This is, people tell me all the time, this coffee flavor is spot on. It's great. It's such a strong coffee flavor. It's so good. It's not bitter. It's not watered down. How did you do it? I'm like, I just put the coffee in there. And it worked.
No, that's awesome. That's neat because there's more to it than just in our backyard with an ice cream maker, especially when you're doing these things with locally sourced ingredients like what you guys are doing. And you're making it in small batches. You're not mass producing and all that. So it's really neat how you guys are doing this. And so we started talking a little bit about flavors. You talked about the coffee ice cream. What are some of your staple flavors and what are some of your seasonal flavors that have just been the most popular ones? And I want to talk about that for a little bit because when you start talking flavors, I'm like, okay, we got to drive downtown. So...
Yes. So that's where my passion has always lied in this business in this business. That's where my passion is in the business is flavor recipe development, flavor development. I love making ice creams that are unexpected, are flavors that you may not have seen before or not thought of ice cream being the vehicle for that particular flavor. That being said, as a businesswoman, those flavors don't always sell the best.
Right.
So that's where our staple flavors come from. Our staple flavors are called that because they are staples on the menu. They're on the menu for year-round. We have 8 staple flavors that stay on the menu year-round. They are tried and true. They've been on there for years. They sell well every week. They are your classic flavors. Now, I don't have a vanilla, and I won't.
Okay. Well, tell me why.
Very, very rarely I'll run a classic vanilla, but my reasoning is because I want you to try something new.
Yeah.
Like I want people to try something new. And so I kind of force your hand sometimes. But if you really are a vanilla purist, try the sweet cream. It's delicious. It's really, really good. It's high quality. But yes, our staple flavors, they're the crowd pleasers. They're fun. They're for sures. You know, they're always going to be good no matter what. Our other flavors, our seasonal flavors, that's where I get to play a little bit more and get to do some of my more fun, what I consider fun flavors. Some of our customers, they are there for the new fun stuff. They want to try the new stuff. Other ones, they're there for their favorites. They get the same flavor every time. That's fine. We've got something for everybody. If you can't find a wild honey ice cream you like, you're too picky for me. I don't know what to tell you.
So what about creative naming?
Uh,
Is that kind of a challenge sometimes?
It's not, because I've made it not challenging. I was really firm on the fact that I did not want my staff to spend their entire customer interaction trying to explain what titles meant. So I try to make my titles as
Descriptive. Yeah.
Yes, as plain and common. Like if it's blackberry and lime, it's called blackberry lime. You know,
That's it. It's pretty straightforward.
absolutely. And so if it's in the name, it's in there. Now that we do get creative with some of our Halloween flavors or some of our specialty flavors like that, but that's few and far between for the most part. Coming up with names is fun. That's a fun one. We did a Valentine's one a while back that was called Cocoa Breaking My Heart.
Oh, come on.
And it ended up doing so well, it's now double chocolate brownie because my daddy told me I could not take it off the menu.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. I like the little play on the
So,
Elton John song.
We did that one, and Let's Get Physical, which was champagne. So fizzy.
Yeah.
And that was the peak of my creative naming. I'm never going to top that.
Well, who knows? I mean, it could be around the corner for sure. Let's talk about the challenges and the joys of owning a business. I mean, surely with everything and staffing and regulations, equipment and schedules and all those things, those things have their challenges. They also bring joys. What would you say have been the challenges, and then these have been the joys?
Yeah. So this year, I've taken on the business as the sole owner for the first time. For the first year, this has been my first year owning the business as just one person rather than a team. And, you know, in movies, whenever or comedy movies, they'll have the character get like in maybe a batting cage and the ball comes at him and then another one. And then it's like 50 balls all coming at once. It's like that, but they're like, some are marbles and some are bowling balls. And they're all coming and you're trying to get them all.
Yeah.
And it just like the I Love Lucy sketch with the
Oh, yeah.
chocolates is how it feels sometimes. So
That's a classic.
the balance is challenging for me, being able to transition from, okay, like I gotta unclog the sink and be a mechanic right now, and then I gotta turn around to be a bookkeeper and figure out like where my receipts are and what needs to happen with bookkeeping. And then, I got to switch to leadership planning and what are we going to do next month, to get profits up. And then, wait, I'm HR now. We've got an issue with staffing and scheduling. And then, oh no, the internet's not, like something's weird with that website. So let's turn to tech team now.
Yeah.
And jump on that. And also keep a constant stream of creative new flavors coming at all times.
That's right. That's right.
So, and that's just the business part, not the rest of life that is there too. So that's the challenging part, is managing everything. And then to compound that, the delegation and control can be challenging. I've offloaded some of the more challenging aspects of the business in the past, and it has not served us well. So that feeling like, okay, well, we're successful when I do it all.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not sustainable either.
Right.
And then the idea of, okay, like, I'm not the most amazing person on this planet. I know good and well I'm not the only one that can do this work. There are plenty of people that can. Where are they?
Yeah.
And let's empower them, put them in positions that they can help, they can be a part of the brand. That's been finding those people is a challenge. Now, my staff that's serving in the shop, they're stellar. They're wonderful. They're great and wonderful to find. Like, I love working with teenagers and with college students. We've got some real winners in there, but the staffing for leadership positions, that's challenging.
That is tough. They have to take ownership.
Yeah. And that's where, a lot of things in the business would be like, I would love to be able to offload and teach someone else to do, but it's not served us well. That's been our worst chapters, are whenever we've given up aspects of the business to other people in leadership. So trying to find the right people for there, and then trying to deal with my own sense of control about okay, well, I have to do it because then it won't be Wild Honey if I'm not. That's not true either. That is arrogance.
Yeah.
And that's pride, and that's not okay. That's not the kind of person I want to be either. So that's been challenging.
Yeah.
The joys, though, I genuinely love my job. It is one of my favorite things to do every day is wake up and figure out like what's going on with this. With my job, maybe I'm ungovernable, and that's the problem, is that I have to be my own boss because I don't listen. I'm not sure. But I love, as challenging as the control aspect is, having that kind of creative control over a business is so rewarding and so fulfilling. And I love having a place, building a place for the people in the community to come and be, and to experience fun things, have a celebratory experience, connect with each other, connect with their community, connect with their families. It's really special. It's a special place.
Well, I want to change gears just a little bit here. Do y'all still use the cart? Do y'all still do catering events and things like that?
We do. Not as often, not as much as I'd like.
Yeah.
I really believe that our cart could be utilized more.
Like how? What?
Private events, weddings, corporate events. Those are the best for us.
Yeah.
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, having ice cream at your summer wedding.
Absolutely. We've got a couple coming up.
Yeah.
They're fun. So I know the public events, everyone wants us at all the public events, and that's great, but just crunching the numbers, it's not worth it for us to do a bunch of public events right now, at least not close to my shop. They don't have the turnaround that we would prefer for the amount of work that they are to put on, because doing an event as a vendor, that is work. It is stressful. It is work. And that's one of those things that I pretty much have to do myself, because I have to pull a trailer with my vehicle, unload the cart, which can be physically challenging. And I don't always, it's my worst fear that one of my staff is going to get injured at work trying to unload the cart. We do a few public events. We've got a East Texas market, ETX market, put on by my friend Ann Albright. We're going to be at that one, but we don't do a lot of public events. Private events, I think we could shoot for the moon with that one. I just need someone to be able to work them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's another position I've got to figure out how to fill.
Well, East Texas is so great about giving back.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, how does Wild Honey Creamery give back to the community? What's some things that you guys do? What are some partnerships?
So we are really involved, obviously, with our downtown community. So I serve on the downtown board, our 100 Acres of Heritage board, and then we're in the Cultural Arts District. So we also do a lot of partnerships with different events and galas put on by the Museum of Fine Arts or by WOW, the Children's Museum down there. Community Ministries just had a fun run, and we donated to that. We donate to, honestly, just about anyone that asks us to, if it's someone that aligns with our ideals and visions. We've got scoop cards, free scoop cards that we can give out so people can try ice cream, have ice cream, whatever. So we're involved with a lot of those types of fundraising events.
Right. Could you leave a stack of that? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, now, what's something that people may not know about running an ice cream shop that they haven't thought of? And what's something, this is kind of a double thing, what's something that you wished people knew about Wild Honey Creamery that you like, I'm not sure if they know that?
Yeah. Well, the biggest surprise I think that most people, whenever I get to talking to them, say is that whenever you run an ice cream business, you don't eat a lot of ice cream. You just don't. And then my poor kids, they hardly ever get ice cream because I never have ice cream at home. I don't. They're
the poor Bannert kids.
The poor babies. So, you really don't eat ice cream whenever you're surrounded by it. It's not as much of a temptation at all. That's how I know I have a real winner flavor, is if my spoon's in it, I'm like, okay. But
Yeah.
I probably eat a full scoop of ice cream at one time, once a year on our anniversary party. I have
Wow.
a scoop of ice cream and a cone. But other than that,
I mean, you do a lot of tasting.
I taste it. Yeah, I'll taste a spoon here or there, one of our small spoons. But yeah, you don't crave ice cream. You don't want ice cream. You don't eat a lot of ice cream whenever you own an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Now, I could tear up a plate of hot wings because I want spicy food or pickles. I eat a lot of pickles because
Okay.
it's just so much sugar
Yeah.
that you want the opposite.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Now, speaking of kids, isn't it cool when the kids come in to the shop and they're getting ice cream and their eyes are lighting up? And I mean, that's some of my favorite memories as a kid, being able to do that. Back in the day where I grew up, it was Baskin Robbins back where I grew up down outside of Houston. And it was just so cool to go there and just as a kid get a scoop. Isn't that fun as an owner just to see that?
So most of the time, multiple times a day, and I wish I could capture it somehow, but I don't know how. You'll be sitting in the shop and you'll just hear, like whenever families come to get ice cream, they don't all come in together. It's usually you hear a kid just slam into the glass door. Bam! And then they're like, ice cream! Ice cream! And then their parents will catch up at the end and open the door. An ice cream, an ice cream. And they're so excited. But the door, bam, into the glass door. We've given up the cleaning the handprints because little handprints are on
face
those.
prints.
Yeah, or face prints.
Yeah.
Are on those glass doors 24/7 from kids begging for ice cream.
So are there any goals that you have as an owner that you're thinking, man, the next 3 to 5 years, I'd love to see this happen with Wild Honey Creamery? What are those things?
Yeah. So right now we're kind of at a crossroads. So we have been so incredibly blessed by a really successful year. And for the first time, we're kind of at a point where we can truly think about growth realistically. We've got enough funds to play with it and figure out exactly where we want to go. So we've got to figure out how that's going to happen. And there's a few different roads. So we've looked into manufacturing, and that would be really, really fun. Or a second shop or possibly a third shop down the line. So we've kind of gone back and forth. Our downtown shop is doing really, really well, and we won't take any energy away from that for sure. But I would love to see a second shop in the next 3 years, and then manufacturing to be something that is possible in the next 5 years. Okay. And it would be localized manufacturing, not nationwide. I'm not looking to be nationwide. I'm just looking to be able to share ice cream with everyone around me.
That's cool. All right. So I'm put you on the spot here just for a second. Give us a short little commercial about why should someone who's never stepped in to your store in downtown Longview come over and try Wild Honey Creamery?
Yeah. So, well, if I were to take it in the words of my husband, you might have to use your censor button because he says it's the best ice cream in East Texas.
There you go. There you go.
Dang ice cream, of course.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, so I mean, there's no one in Longview doing what we're doing. There's soft serve, there's custard. There's about to be 3 more ice cream places in Longview for you guys to go get ice cream. You can get soft serve at McDonald's, you can get Bluebell at the store. But fresh, homemade, by the scoop ice cream, done as it has been done since the beginning of ice cream, is something unique. And then all of the mix-ins being handmade, most of them. I don't make sprinkles. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But we make our mix-ins by hand. We make our caramel by hand. I mean, it's ice cream like your grandmother would have. It's good, homemade, fresh, quality
products, yeah.
Ice cream, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, our ice cream doesn't have a lot of the stabilizers and things that other ice creams will have to give them the texture that they're wanting while cutting cost. Our stabilizer is milk fat. So it's quality cream. It's real ice cream. It's maybe not a nice way to say that it's the only real ice cream, but it's real ice cream.
Yeah.
It's good. Rock hard by the scoop ice cream on a homemade cone.
There you go. So folks need to come by and check you guys out and try it. Okay.
I'd love it. I also just want to share ice cream with everyone, so come see me.
Yeah, good. All right, we're about to jump into the big 7.
All right.
All right, so before we do that, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Here at Plano Marine of East Texas, we have a full line of parts and accessories. Also, we have a knowledgeable service department to help keep you and your boat on the water. Come see us today.
Hey East Texas, I'm Tommy Curl, owner at Precision Pools. We build custom swimming pools that blend relaxation, fun, and timeless beauty. With our commitment to honesty, integrity, and superior craftsmanship, we'll design your dream pool to stand the test of time. Visit PrecisionPoolsTX.com.
All right, we're back with Macy Bannert here from Wild Honey Creamery, and we're going to jump into the big 7. And these are 7 questions that we ask every guest.
They're challenging.
Yeah, but it's fun because we get to learn something new each and every time. The first question we start with is, what's the greatest lesson you've ever learned? And we were talking about this, that creating ice cream flavors is hard.
It is hard. It is hard. But I think the greatest lesson that I've ever learned is to accept help. Whenever people offer help, they're not being disingenuous, and we should allow our people, our family, our community to help when they offer. So it can feel, at least to me, I like to be hyper independent. So that was a big, no, I'm fine. I don't need help. I'm fine. But I do. And so being able to accept help when offered and to allow people to do what they're good at so you can do what you're good at and everyone can succeed rather than trying to do everything alone. That's been the greatest lesson that I've learned.
Yeah. We want to take it on because we feel like, oh, I can do this and I know how I want it to be done. But it's like you said earlier, it's just not good to take on all those things.
Mm-mm.
And sooner or later, that's when you start going down the road of burnout.
Yes, very much so.
And you have to be very cautious about that, for sure. Question number 2 is, how has failure shaped your life?
Yeah, so I thought a lot about this one. I have always been a trier. Like, I try, whenever I was in school, in, elementary, middle, high school, college, I tried out for everything, auditioned for everything, tried out for everything. And I mean, swung big. Like, I've never done theater. I'm going to try out for the lead. I've never done choir. I'm going to do the solo.
Yeah.
I'm a bad singer, by the way. But
you give it a shot.
I'm going to be class president. I'm going to be like, I tried out for everything, auditioned for everything, applied for everything, even stuff that like my own mother was like, really? Because I was like, I'm going to be a pole vaulter. And she's like, no, you're not. I'm going to do 3-step long jump. Oh, I wanted to do 3-step long jump. And I was about 4'6". So no, I was not. But through that, I didn't make probably more than what I did. Like, I was unsuccessful far more than I was successful. And still, I tried. The next time I tried out, I applied. My college, I wanted to be on their food service committee. They denied me. How you feel about that, Washita? They accepted my husband. I applied for a leadership thing for entrepreneurs, and they denied me. But through all that, learning at an early age not to take failure personally and not to consider someone else's opinion of you to be truth has been how my life has been shaped. It's just trying and it's just failing. Move on. Like, my worth is not defined by what I do or do not win, what I am and am not accepted to.
Yeah.
Anything like that. So now, as a business owner, we have all of these popularity contest type things. They're the 40 under 40 and like Best of East Texas and all that. And those are great and wonderful ways for the community to get to learn about businesses. But I try very hard to just let those happen organically instead of pushing for that, because I learned early on that you can't allow success or failure in the eyes of others define who you are.
Yeah.
So I think that's it, is building resiliency and really getting a handle of who I am outside of what I win at.
Right. Well, I think that's an important lesson, especially in the generation that we have in social media. We have teenagers and things that are trying to win approval. Well, not just teenagers.
Everyone.
A lot of, yeah.
It's human nature.
Yeah. And you're wanting to be liked and all those things. And I like that. That's a great thing. Question number 3, what are you learning now, Macy?
Balance. So we, again, like I said, this first year taking on the entire business as my own, we also welcomed a third child into our home, a grown one, not a baby. So we've got 3 kids at home that we're adjusting to that. So now I've got 2 preteen boys and an 8-year-old girl and learning to balance all of that. My husband's taken on more responsibility through his various jobs as well. So as a family, being present, balancing well enough to be present enough for my business and present enough for my family, understanding that with giving that time and energy does take away from the other. So balancing where both needs can be met.
Yeah.
Without having the other be a wash is what I'm learning.
Well, that's good. Question number 4, who's an East Texan that you know that we should know?
I had the hardest time with this question. The other ones, I was like, okay, I've got answers for these.
Yeah.
But that one, I have pondered. And my problem is that there are so many really cool people here. And of course, my mind went straight to my friends who are also business owners, because there are so many people downtown that are putting everything into uplifting our community. And most of the business owners downtown are transplants. They're not even from here. And they have staked their livelihoods onto building businesses downtown and creating really good stuff. And most of the things that we create, we could do it cheaper and make more money. But we don't, because we believe that Longview deserves nice things. And the people of Longview deserve cool spots and cool things and cool places and cool events. So there's people downtown putting on events and giving everything to give our community cool things, cool events and everything. So next time that you're at a small business, like if you think that that might be the owner, say hi. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah.
So that, and then the other direction that my mind went is just literally meet anybody, because I think that we're in a community crisis right now with people not having communities, not having villages. So
yeah. Okay, so you went for the generic.
I know.
But if there's...
I mean, I also thought Neil McCoy.
Yeah. Neil's a good guy. The other thing, I mean, is there like a downtown friend down there that owns a business and they just swing in all the time just to check on you?
Yeah. So mine and my husband, our very best friends are Ellen and John Oglesby. They own Old Horse Brewing.
Yeah.
So they are so supportive, and they're always checking up, making sure we're good, fixing my stuff for me.
Yeah.
Just this week, I got in a bind whenever I was on vacation, and Ellen opened my shop for me, just fully opened it and helped me out that way tremendously, got me out of a bind.
See, that's somebody we need to know.
Absolutely. Their place is really cool. Family friendly. Some people think because it's a brewery that it's not, but it's family friendly. They love having kids there. They've got games and trivia nights and yoga in the mornings on Saturdays, and Theology on Tap. That's an event that they do that's really neat, that is worth going. So check them out. Check Old Horse out.
Okay. Question number 5. What's something that you've read that we should read?
The classics.
The classics.
The classics. Read the classics. I am not a person that leans towards like self-improvement or self-help type books. So I felt like maybe that was the answer you were looking for, was like...
I was looking for the answer you wanted to give.
But no, I feel like our creative muscles, our imagination, because entertainment through technology is so readily accessible, we don't have to work anymore to entertain ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so our creativity, and now with AI coming up, you don't have to write your own emails anymore. So before you pick up your phone to scroll, pick up a book and read the classics. Read for fun. Read for entertainment, just be so you can stretch that muscle and expand your worldview.
Good. That's good. The classics. Question number 6, what's something that you've done that all of us should do? What's an experience?
I'm going to beat a dead horse, I guess. I'm going to say it again. Put your roots down, build a community, find your people. That's what I think that me and my husband have done a good job of, and that is also the absolute catalyst of our success. We've got a deep community of people. We found our community through our church, and that's a great place to find people that have similar values and are, looking for fellowship and community. So find your people and hang on tight. And I just recently heard a phrase that I really, really liked. It was, if you want a village, you have to be a villager. And it was, let's build villages. Let's quit complaining about there's no more villages and get out and help somebody else. Give your time, watch their kids for free, quit trying to make everything transactional and just find a community, support them, and allow them to support you.
That's good. That's good. Our last question, Macy, what's a way that we can pray for you?
I always ask for people to pray for wisdom because I am an impulsive person. And so wisdom and peace, and again, going back to that balance, pray that I can be the person that my family needs, the mother and the wife that my family needs, and the friend that my friends need, and the business owner that my staff needs and that our community needs, because that's a lot of hats, and no one person can do all that without the grace and strength of the Lord.
Yeah.
And He has given me everything that I've needed up until this point. I have full trust that He will continue to do so, and those prayers are always what I look for.
Okay, awesome. Let me pray for you now.
Absolutely.
All right. God, thank you so much for the opportunity just to visit with Macy today, God. And she's asked for balance, God, the balance that she needs with the work and family and community. She's asked for wisdom, God, that you would give that to her and that she would handle situations and relationships and her work in the right manner. God, would you just continue to just bless her with wisdom? God, help her to seek after you. She also has asked for just peace. And so we just pray that we know that you give a peace that passes all understanding. And so, God, we just pray that over her today and her business and her family. God, thank you so much for a shop like Wild Honey Creamery downtown and what it means to the downtown community and the East Texas area. Thank you for what they do. Continue to bless them. And we pray all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. All right, Macy, thank you so much for coming in. I've enjoyed this time with you for sure. And we want to thank you guys for listening to Hey East Texas and being a part of our family. I want to encourage you, make sure that you go on to social media, give us a follow, a like, give us some feedback. We've gotten some great feedback on, we want to see this person on your podcast, and we take those and we listen, and hopefully we can get those people on the show. Don't forget, this is our first season on YouTube. Make sure you go and subscribe. Don't miss the next episode of Hey East Texas. Have a great day.